We are the next big thing in America.
A few months ago, I was in Washington, D.C. I had the opportunity to go to the Martin Luther King Jr. Monument. And while I stood there and I thought about everything that King had fought for the rights that we have, and that now we have the freedom to do almost anything that we want. And there's a new frontier that some of Martin Luther King's followers, like Jesse Jackson, have really opened for minority communities. And that is the frontier of economic empowerment. And so I'm very happy to be here to introduce you to Mr. Errol Jones. I met Errol Jones about 25 years or so ago. And when I first met him, we hit it off very well because, like me, he was from Detroit. And at the time that I met him, he had very little. But what he did have was a dream. And it was a dream to follow behind what Martin Luther King Jr. had done in the economic sphere. I want all of us to recognize and know that the person who is leading us, Mr. Errol Jones, didn't just come on the scene, but for as long as I've known him, for at least 25 years, he has been talking about bringing blacks and minorities together in order to build business. When I first met Mr. Jones, I had a law degree and I also had an MBA, but I wasn't very interested in entrepreneurship. But the more I was around him, the more I became an entrepreneur. And so today I'm a lawyer, I have an entertainment company, I have another business that's a tech company, and a lot of that happened because of the influence of my friend who was the dreamer, who was determined, and who lived with a destiny to build not only his own business, but the business of others like you who are sitting here today or who are watching today. And so it's my honor and my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Errol Jones, who has a master's degree in e-commerce. And despite the fact that he's a baby boomer, he recognizes that if we're going to have economic empowerment, we've got to have technological competence. And that's going to make the difference in the future. And so I hope that as we network and we mingle, and as we watch and we learn, that we will take the lessons from one another and that we will break through this new frontier that people like Martin Luther King once dreamed about. Now it is a reality, and we have our own dreamer, who I give to you now, Mr. Errol Jones.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Errol Jones, as you've heard from a couple of my friends and colleagues. I'm here today to share with you a concept that is the next big thing to happen in America. We're in the industry that deals with business services. We offer business services to small businesses and entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs, helping them to develop a business. We provide affordable marketing for small businesses with an emphasis on e-commerce. The second portion of our two-sided platform is youth entrepreneurship, providing community development through the vehicle of youth entrepreneurship makes a difference in our community.
We are Ben and Bev Hammond. We have been self-employed for over 25 years. This has led us to have a very comfortable life. We found out that we had to have a different mindset. We had to be trained in the appropriate way to approach this business. But once we did that, we saw that the benefits were just fantastic.
We're so excited when we found out the mission of the Entrepreneurs Network. As Ben has pointed out, we had to develop a skill set to be successful. Now, what makes the vision of 10 exciting to us is that Mr. Jones has made a commitment to introduce young people to this business model. I think that's very important for this 21st century economy because, as all the statistics have pointed out, businesses, in order to succeed in this economy that has gone from industrial to informational, needs to be lean, needs to be mean, needs to be focused. We're happy to be a part of the 10 network, to be able to introduce this business model to a new generation of professionals. We know that with our collective effort, we'll be able to create business models for these young people to succeed much earlier than, as Ben pointed out, he and I did.
So whenever Errol calls, that's how I feel. I feel like here's a guy that knows what's going on all the time around him, and he's always putting the pieces together. Wherever he was, he could actually see you. He could actually respond to whatever was going on around him. It's almost as though, I mean, I have never really seen, apart from seeing this at McDonald's, he was the only other person that I had seen it in.
And I want to say that this is my first time meeting Mr. Jones, but meeting him today was like knowing him forever. So today I just put everything on hold and decided to come, and just talking to Mr. Jones, I know that we are going to work together in creating programs to empower and give economic empowerment to our young people, because the future is in their hands and it's not up to us anymore. It's up to them, and we have to give them that opportunity. So I'm looking forward to working with Mr. Jones.
Errol Jones is not more than a visionary, somebody who has such a deep concept of what business is all about. He is truly the business doctor. And we all have businesses, and that you need somebody like Errol Jones who can help you drill down to the critical mass that's going to explain what it is that your business is all about, what it should be about, and what you should be doing if you're not already doing it. So I say this is that with the youth empowerment, right on.
My name is Kedrick Jones. I'm the founder of Shopping with the Joneses. I met Mr. Errol Jones back in November of 2015. He's been a breath of fresh air for me. He has inspired me to start my own business. I started Shopping with the Joneses in 2016 of February, and he has been nothing but a life of fresh air for me. What I do at Shopping with the Joneses is it's an e-commerce company. I source from different companies. I may go to different convenience stores, shopping in the clearance sections, and I actually buy product from China to sell on my Amazon store and eBay stores. I've been very profitable. Mr. Jones has taught me how to market my business. He's taught me how to be a professional, and most importantly, he's taught me how to be an entrepreneur. And he's taught me how to interact with the youth, which is very important, and showing them how to be entrepreneurs in this world, because that's something that they're not teaching in the schools nowadays. So I think that's something great.
Hi, my name is Veronica Thibodeau, and I just want to talk a little bit about a good friend of mine, Errol Jones. Errol is a founder of 10, the Entrepreneurs Network. Errol came to me with his concept years ago when we launched a nonprofit. Being teachers together, we established a teachers union in the district in which we were teaching, and Errol began to talk about his business concept, because we both knew that we were teaching kids who did not have an opportunity or a clear path to success. So as Errol began to share his concept, I immediately became excited, because I saw this as a way for us to lead our kids to independence, to teach them to be business owners, and to give back to their community. Well, as we talked through it, I realized, we need to involve the parents, because if we're going to take young entrepreneurs, we definitely need them with their parents involved. And so HEAT was born, Helping Educators Ally Tactfully. And through HEAT, we've been able to establish a community education council that monitors the district's involvement in educating our children. We have created an entrepreneur pathway for teachers, paraprofessionals, those who have the experience of teaching our children, but not necessarily the dollars. So this way, we're able to connect them with their own business. We're able to increase the education of our children. We're able to empower the parents to be more involved with their children, to help lead their children down a path that their children are interested in going. And this is what Errol has brought with the Entrepreneurs Network, a true business community. I am so excited to be a part of this work, and I am looking forward to seeing you get involved. I am looking forward to working with all of the young people who will be getting involved. And in the end, I know we are the next big thing.
Hi, my name is Laura Jones. I am a third generation entrepreneur. Back in the 40s, my grandparents had contracts with Gerber Foods. After that, my father was the first regional African American manager for Kmart. Then he opened a chain of grocery stores, and I was a freelance political interpreter for 25 years. I interpreted for the Bushes and several governors, and I was the mayor of Columbus, Ohio's interpreter. I'm also a social entrepreneur. Earl Jones and I work good together because we can hold 5 jobs and we don't get tired. I'm so excited about working with 10 is because 10 gets that. They understand that an entrepreneur needs an outlet. And I just want to thank Errol for giving us the outlet to work with other generations and help foster them. You know, one thing about being a social entrepreneur is that you know you have the responsibility to create paradigm shifts within your culture.
If you need help with your business, if your business is ailing or failing or doesn't even exist yet, my new focal point is being the business doctor. Give me a call, or better yet, register at www.getjobs.us. Get jobs. Join our business success system. That's what it stands for. The get part talks about results. You've heard people already talk about the results that they've experienced. Now you give us a call, or better yet, register at getjobs.us.